In the grand tapestry of life, the threads of prayer and readiness weave a pattern of divine interaction. Throughout this rich, intricate design, there are countless narratives that illustrate this profound spiritual concept. Among these, the story of Zechariah, as told in the Gospel of Luke, particularly resonates. It is a tale that portrays the unyielding faith and ceaseless prayer of a righteous man in his quest for parenthood. Zechariah, an esteemed figure, longed for a child. Despite the apparent silence from the heavens' response to his fervent prayers, he remained steadfast in his faith. There were moments of doubt, moments of despair, but through it all, Zechariah held on to hope and continued to pray. His story is a profound testament to the enduring human spirit and the power of relentless prayer. God, in his own divine timing, responded, unveiling in prophecy about the child that was yet to be born. It was a revelation that affirmed the potency of prayer and the divine scheme of things, a concept beautifully encapsulated in James 5:16. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful. But even in midst of this inspiring story, a question arises, one that challenges our own faith and righteousness. Yet it also poses a question: are we righteous enough for our prayers to be heard? God's answer to Zechariah's prayer was not just about the birth of a child. It was about a future, a destiny. Like Zechariah, do we know our children's future? Can we accept it when God reveals it to us? Zechariah, despite his righteousness, struggled to accept God's answer. His struggle reflects our own readiness to accept God's answers and meet the Lord. The story of Zechariah is a call to readiness. It paints a picture of a world unprepared for the coming of the Lord. It shows us that there's a difference between getting ready and being ready. In our lives, we often find ourselves in a state of perpetual preparation. We prepare for school, for work, for dinner, for church. But are we prepared to meet the Lord? There are three categories of people in this narrative. The first category includes those who didn't prepare and are not ready. They are not mentioned in the text, much like the Gentiles of ancient times. Today, they might be those who have heard of Jesus but reject him. They live their lives in silence, unprepared for his coming. The second category is those who need to turn to the Lord, like the children of Israel. They were chosen, yet they were not ready. Even the top religious leaders of the time were unprepared. This is a sobering thought. A life lived in religious commitment does not guarantee readiness. Religion does not save. It is a personal relationship with God that prepares us for his coming. The third category is those who are ready to meet the Lord. These are the people like Zechariah and Elizabeth who were ready and received mercy. They were blessed with a son in their old age. Then there were people like Joseph and Mary, the parents of Jesus, who embraced God's word and took it to heart. And Simeon, who saw Jesus and knew he was ready to meet the Lord. Today we have a large number of Christians, about 2.4 billion. Yet out of that number, who is truly ready to meet the Lord? The end times are upon us. Jesus will come like a thief in the night. It's time to not only get ready, but to be ready. So, what do people think about us? Do they see us as ready to meet the Lord? Are our bags packed for heaven? Or is it hard to tell that we're filling up our bags? The story of Zechariah calls us to examine our readiness. It's not just about getting ready, it's about being ready to meet the Lord. It's about accepting God's answers and embracing his plans for our lives. Are we ready?